Hi everyone, in this video we are going to decode what is bad for MDI. इसको कैसे क्रैक करना है, what can be expected out of this. This is the first time that MDI has introduced something called behavioral assessment test. So basically the basic expectation from this test is कि ये आपका कुछ behavior part assess करेगा which cannot be assessed in the interview, right? So they will separately assess some other aspects, right? अब देखते हैं कि इसमें होगा क्या, इसको prepare कैसे करना है, इसके लिए क्या क्या रिसोर्सेज यूज कर सकते हैं, एंड आई विल गिव यू फ्यू एग्जांपल्स एज वेल. सो just starting with the very basic thing, it is called behavioral assessment test, scheduled on upcoming 25th of January on Sunday, right? So 11 a.m. I think this is going to be happen, right? And it's not a test of selection or rejection, right? So based on your answers, right? So no answer would be uh, 100% correct or 100% wrong. So whatever answer you are going to choose, right, फर्स्ट जो आपका रिजल्ट डिसाइड होगा, आई थिंक जो कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ आंसर्स हैं उसको असेस किया जाएगा कि वो आपके आंसर्स कितने अलाइन कर रहे हैं. एंड इसके लिए यू शुड डेफिनेटली विजिट एमडीआई's वेबसाइट एंड चेक देयर मिशन, वैल्यूज एंड काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज दे आर इन्वॉल्वड इन, व्हाट दे वांट टू प्रमोट. तो सोशल वैल्यूज और इंस्टीट्यूशन की वैल्यूज काफी क्लियरली मेंशन होती है. सो यू मस्ट गो थ्रू द एमडीआई वेबसाइट. सेकंड इज आपका जो आप अटेम्प्ट करने वाले हो, राइट, every answer will be seen with respect to the other choices that you have ignored, that you have made. And then again I'm saying, right, every answer holds some kind of accuracy, but there is no one answer which I can say or which the test can say कि ये 100% correct होगा और दूसरा आंसर 100% wrong होगा, right? When you enter the B school, a lot of companies, a lot of corporate houses also conduct these kind of tests just to test or just to check your personality traits, right? कि आप किस टाइप के बंदे हो, आप कैसा सोचते हो, आप किस चीज को प्रेफर करते हो, आप टीम वर्क वाले बंदे हो या आप इंडिविजुअल पार्टिसिपेशन में बिलीव करते हो, राइट? और यू आर अ प्रोसेस ओरिएंटेड पर्सन और यू आर अ गोल ओरिएंटेड पर्सन. तो ये सब छोटी छोटी चीजें चेक होती है, राइट? द वेटेज फॉर दिस इज जस्ट 5%, राइट? फाइनल सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस में आई थिंक पीआई की वेटेज इज 20%, जीडी की वेटेज 10% एंड बैट की वेटेज है आपकी 5%, विच इज अ वेरी स्मॉल नंबर, राइट? सो यू शुड नॉट वरी टू मच अबाउट दिस. सेकेंड इज यहाँ पे चेक क्या क्या हो सकते हैं. देखो, पर्सनैलिटी ट्रेट्स चेक हो सकते हैं. नाउ आई वुड से कि when you are going to the B schools, there are few traits for which you have to be careful, right? Whenever you see an option of working in a team or leading a project in team, so I think you should always prefer that, right? अब work style में भी again टीम ओरिएंटेड हो, इंडिपेंडेंट हो, अपने आप टास्क लेते हो, अपने आप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेते हो, तो वैसी कुछ आपके पास सिचुएशंस होंगी एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट सिलेक्ट वन आंसर, राइट? सो देयर इज नो, अगेन आई एम सेइंग, देयर इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी एनी राइट और रॉन्ग आंसर, बट माय सजेशन वुड बी कि आप जो एक कंसिस्टेंट पैटर्न फॉलो करते आ रहे हो वही फॉलो करना है. ऐसा नहीं हो कि आप फर्स्ट आंसर में दिखा रहे हो यू लव टू वर्क इन द टीम्स एंड सेकंड या थर्ड आंसर में जैसे ही उन्होंने सिचुएशन चेंज करी, now you are changing your complete stance. So that should not happen, right? Then again, how you make decision, what kind of things you take into account, are you an empathetic person or not? There can be different questions to test out these things. Then stress and conflict response की, for example, आज आपकी डेडलाइन है, राइट? यू हैव, यू नो ऑलरेडी कि आपका आज काम पूरा नहीं हो सकता, राइट? द डेडलाइन इज ऑफ लेट्स से 11:59, right? But you completely know that it will take around 15 to 20 hours to do the task, right? Then what will be your decision? So again, no right or no wrong answer, but it should be aligned with your thought process and it should be consistent across all your answers, right? And leadership and collaboration tendencies, right? How open or how willing you are to collaborate with others. Again, I would say यहाँ पे भी कुछ चीजें तो clear है कि when you are going for MBA interviews, you should position yourself as someone who wants to lead the project, as someone who wants to collaborate with others, as someone who is open to receive the feedbacks as well, and someone who is open to give feedbacks, right? And ethics, integrity, reliability, so always sound or be ethical, right? Hold the integrity, right? Be reliable. All these things are like soft skills or the natural skills that one expect when you are appearing for a B school interview. So now the question is how you should prepare for it, right? I would say कि first leave any kind of biasness which you have. Stop relating the incidents with your past life, with your past work experience. Think with a fresh perspective कि अगर मैं B school में चला गया तो अगर मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ देन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चॉइसेस आई विल मेक. सेकंड इज एक्सट्रीम व्यूज को बहुत ही अवॉइड करो, राइट. यू कैन नॉट से कि मैं तो अपना जो मेरा सेल्फ एजेंडा है, राइट, जो मेरा अपना टारगेट है वो मैं पूरा लीव कर दूंगा एंड आई विल जस्ट कंट्रीब्यूट टू द ग्रुप, राइट. सो मे बी इन सम ऑफ द केसेस यू कैन चूज एक्सट्रीम ऑप्शंस, बट it should not sound like you are just lying. Or if you are choosing the extreme options, your strategy cannot be कि आप हर जगह extreme options ही select करोगे. And I would say don't sound too good or bad. Maintain one kind of personality, right? So whenever you are answering the questions, right, you are kind of reflecting what you think, what kind of person you are. So don't change it too often. Then try to align your choices in one single direction, right? Again, don't make different choices, right? Be well aware about what you are choosing so that when you reach to the fifth or sixth question, you remember what exactly you have selected in the first question. Most probably ऐसा होगा कि जैसे ही आपने कोई क्वेश्चन का आंसर सिलेक्ट किया, you cannot go back. क्योंकि बहुत सारे टेस्ट में ऐसा होता है कि आप जैसे ही एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर सिलेक्ट करते हो, उसके बाद दूसरा क्वेश्चन कोई और आता है. दैट कुड बी वन ऑफ द चॉइसेस. सेकंड ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपके पास फुल इंडिपेंडेंस है, आप सारे क्वेश्चंस भी देख सकते हो, बैक भी जा सकते हो, चेंज भी कर सकते हो. सो दिस इज लाइक फर्स्ट टाइम हैपनिंग. सो आफ्टर द टेस्ट ओनली वी विल गेट टू नो कि क्या है क्या नहीं है. Few traits to show. Again, as I discussed, you should be empathetic, you should be a team person, you should be a process oriented person. Generally you can be a goal oriented person as well, but I would say in the bat आप अपना एक यही शो करो कि you are a process oriented person. So whenever you have conflict between choosing the goal or process, right, in interview you may have a debate or a discussion on this part, but during the test you will not get any chance to put forward your points. So maybe you can prefer process oriented personality, and also show that you are willing to take the decision, you are willing to lead the projects. Few examples that I can think of as of now. For example, let's say you disagree strongly with the teammates approach, but the deadline is close. Now what would you do? Right, so there can be different kinds of option. Escalate immediately to the manager, argue your point until the team agrees, share your concern calmly and suggest a compromise, stay silent to avoid conflict. So I think most of you have given the ZAT as well, but ZAT जैसा DM यहाँ पे नहीं आने वाला, but still I think you know what you have to answer in this question, right? Now second example can be which personality or which things describe you better, right? I enjoy taking charge in group situations, or I ensures everyone's opinion is heard, right? So now these kind of questions are, I would say, very confusing, right? मुझे तो दोनों ही सही लग रहे हैं, राइट, बट वहां पे आपको शायद ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको एक ही सिलेक्ट करना हो. तो बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग टाइप क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, बट आई वुड से डिफिकल्ट नहीं होते, और ऐसे क्वेश्चंस नहीं होते जिसके लिए आपको कुछ प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा, राइट. देन अगेन एग्जांपल कुड बी यू नोटिस ए कलीग मैनिपुलेटिंग डेटा टू improve results, right? Now what will you do? Will you ignore it since it's not your responsibility? Confront the colleague privately, report immediately without discussion, adjust your own data similarly. So I think A and D are on the extreme side or too negative, but B or C may again depends on what kind of personality you have. Either you can go with the B, you can go with the C. Again, I would say there is no correct, there is no incorrect answer. So always go with what you can think, and don't take anyone's view, don't take anyone's expertise here, राइट. जो आपको सही लगता है आप वहीं चले जाओ, आपके मार्क्स, ऐसा कोई भी आंसर नहीं होगा जहां पे वेल डिफाइंड मार्क्स होंगे, राइट. फाइनल टिप्स फ्रॉम माय एंड, I would say have a good internet connection so that you don't face any technical glitches, right? Second is do not cheat, right? Do not even try to cheat, not because there is a high chance of they catching you or something. The main point is it is not going to be helpful at all, right? No GPT or any tool will be helpful because see, one problem in GPT is it hardly remains consistent. The kind of prompt, the kind of thing you say to the GPT to rely on or to agree with, right, it will do that, right? अगर आपको आप बोलोगे कि यार मैं एक सिगरेट पीता हूँ दिन की, पी लूं क्या यार, मुझे बहुत मन करता है, तो it will say okay, right? And if you just replace that one with the 10, then also it will give you some kind of warning maybe, but again it will again agree with your thoughts only, right? So GPT बहुत ही biased होता है, तो GPT और ये सब टूल की हेल्प मत लेना. just use your brain, just come up with the fresh perspective. जो situations है उसको देखो, and I believe there is no kind of preparation that you have to go through. Better to just use your brain. No, yeah, this is important. Note or recall answers after the bat, right? So after the bat, if possible, just recall the kind of questions, just recall the choices you made. Don't discuss it with anyone. but one day before the interview just go through the options that you selected. It may happen, very rare case, right, but it may happen that your answer might reach out to the professors, और कोई प्रोफेसर बोल दे कि यार आपने इस पे ये क्या सिलेक्ट किया था, या आपने ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या डाला था. So at that point of time, it's good if you remember that, but it's not bad if you don't remember that, right? No need to practice anything, right? I would really want to emphasize on this point कि कुछ भी प्रैक्टिस की नीड नहीं है, बिल्कुल टेंशन लेने की नीड नहीं है. आप सो के उठोगे आराम से 10 बजे, 11 बजे पेपर देने बैठ जाओगे. देयर इज नो पेन पेपर रिक्वायर्ड, नथिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड, राइट? एंड यस, एट लास्ट आई वुड से we have launched the GDPI Booster 99 program. Last batch started from 10th of January. If you are really looking to prepare for your IIM calls, for your MDI calls, for tier 1, tier 2, SPGen, SIBM, NMIMS, all these calls, right? So you definitely join this. We have uploaded the complete list of 60 plus mentors with their work-ex on our website www.roadtocat99.in. If you want the course brochure, or you want any help, or you want to discuss anything with me, you can just drop a DM on this number 79844 I would suggest you to start your preparation if you have not. Get serious if you have not, because all these calls have a value which you may realize after you don't convert it or after you fail to convert, right? So better, if you have a call at hand, don't think कि मेरे इतने कम percentile हैं, मेरे पास work x नहीं है, मेरे पास acads नहीं है, because आपके पास सब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, right? There are a lot of people who receive the IIM Shillong call at a very low percentile. There are a lot of people who received at high percentile but are freshers, right? तो सबके अपने अपने problems हैं. So let's connect one to one, sort it out. See you. Good luck. Thank you. Bye bye.